Check, check, check. There we go. I just realized the crickets are very loudly chirping. Let me think. It's almost 6. 7, 8, 9. I'm considering maybe I could do Final Fantasy first and then go back and do the Bible. Because right now this would sound horrible if I tried reading it with the crickets chirping. Yeah, let's do that. I want to start off with Final Fantasy. And once the crickets start chirping, I will go back to the Bible and read it. You can totally hear it. It is quite obnoxious. Okay, how much time is left for that? 3 hours? I might actually reset it. Yeah, fashion. Where? Where's the fashion? Rose pink dye. And a hard leather subliger. So hard leather subliger. And 2 sets of rose pink dye. Whoops. Ouch. No, I believe I've already done the I got like bags under my eyes. I don't put on makeup. I don't need makeup for these bags under my eyes. Okay, yeah, this is already done. So let's do... Let's see. Where? No, I can't dye the headpiece. Astrologian. No, that's the Disciple of War. Yeah, this could work. Headpiece and the trousers. Nice. Okay, that's all complete. Now, I don't have to do tribes for today, because I'm not going to be waiting until 11. Oh wait, I can't even do frontline or main scenario. I mean, like I could, but I mean, it's pointless when I don't get the extra reward. So I could do Mount Rockon. Let's double check these guys. Also, maybe just readjust all the prices. These people don't know how far I can go with these prices. They think I'm just gonna play by the rules. Okay, there we go. Let's potentially go back to New Britannia. Gotta check in. Let's go reset those actions. Because I want to disable these. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna get the new ones. Not yet. I'm gonna get it tomorrow. Ventures, Squad, Free Company House, Cactopot, Treasure. Is Treasure potentially ready? It is not. Although, there is a potential that I'll be here for another hour. So I might go back to that treasure. Let's go to the island. I don't need to do tribes. Journal is complete. So beyond that, all I've got left is I guess I could do Mount Rockon. Or I could also do leveling. If I feel like trying to level something up. Okay. Let's go do that one. After an hour. Oh, I could also grab this real quick. After an hour, I'll be good to go to do the treasure real quick. Maybe the rain that just started is gonna get the crickets away. Or not. Or make them louder. Okay, I'll see how it looks once I finish this. Yes. I'm gonna first try this solo. See what it's all about. True adventures go through the center. No, true adventures go through the center. Although there is healing in the shield. have to be careful. Because usually these fights are relying on you actually doing the mechanics. What does this mean? What does that mean? Does that mean this is going to push me away? Ooh. What does any of this mean? Let's stay close. Get far away. Oh, I think I get it. Slightly. Wait, what? I turned around. Oh. Is this the final boss? Oh yeah, there should be only like 2 bosses. I believe. A musical rat. Yeah. Whoops. So literally everything just either spreads or increases. Yeah. No. Oh, whoa. I just realized that this is here. Ooh. Are you gonna give me... No, can I... No, I can't heal. I knew I was gonna die. As per my usual variant dungeon experience, I usually die in the last boss when I first try it out. So let's try to learn the mechanics. I'm guessing this is a increase. He does like a ukulele looking thing. Don't know what I'm supposed to be reading here. Because that was a spread. This one, make sure I'm far away from all of them. And I believe the second one is you can stay in the center. Last time, I didn't run to the next spot. Ooh, no. Oh, whoa. Oh, the actual mechanics. Okay, where am I supposed to look? that this is a circle. Purple circle is a increase. Blue triangle is a spread. No! Messed up. Circle is an increase. Blue triangle is a spread. And then he gets the baboon out. And then the meteorites. Okay. Yeesh. Yeesh. This is gonna spread. Ah, no! Ah. So it applies the same mechanic to both of them. I guess maybe in the Savage version he has like several instruments. But in here he seems to have only one. At the very least for now. As far as I've gotten in the battle. Oh no. Okay. Make sure I potentially just heal over it. Maybe he'll do blue? Yes, he's doing blue, so stay here. This time he's probably gonna do red. Ooh. Which means stay over here. The meteorites. It's the meteorite that turns into a squirrel. Squirrel. There we go. Just have to do the mechanics. Okay. Now I wonder if they're just gonna finish the quest off and just be like, hey, do your own thing. Or if they're gonna be like, oh, now there's a quest of finishing everything in regards to the variant dungeon. Oh, that counted as an unfinished duty. Come on, Asmongold. You got more quests? Oh, this just opens up Mount Rockon. More of Mount Rockon. Okay, hold on. Okay, this is for selling. So what are the rewards for these bags? Oh, this is for the coins that are you do it with a party. Got some glasses. Okay. Like, this is a grind for some other day. But at the very least, that side quest is out of the way. Okay. I do believe the crickets have mostly quieted down. And I'm mostly finished with everything here. It's got 19 minutes. Here, let me go back over here. I will read the Bible. And then I will go grab the treasure and move on to the next game. Okay. Let's go to read. Where is my Bible? It's over there. Okay. Obviously turned down that music. I still want to slightly hear it. Very, very slightly. Let me just double check how many pages the first 10 chapters are. I guess it's a fair amount. It's kind of like yesterday, I guess. Let's just read. Okay. Let me make sure that it's not in my way, and I'm actually able to be heard. Okay, check. There we go. Let's go. The second book of Samuel. Now it came to chapter 1. Now it came to pass after the death of Saul, when David was returned from the slaughter of the Amalekites, and David had abode 2 days in Ziklag. It came even to pass on the 3rd day, that behold, a man came out of the camp from Saul, with his clothes rent, and earth upon his head. And so it was, when he came to David, that he fell to the earth and did obeisance. And David said unto him, From whence comest thou? And he said unto him, Out of the camp of Israel am I escaped. And David said unto him, How went the matter? I pray thee, tell me. And he answered, that the people are fled from the battle, and many of the people also are fallen and dead, and Saul and Jonathan his son are dead also. And David said unto the young man that told him, How knowest thou that Saul and Jonathan his son to be dead? And the young man that told him said, Am I happened by chance upon Mount Gilboa? Behold, Saul leaned open his spear, and lo, the chariots and horsemen followed hard after him. And when he looked behind him, he saw me, and called unto me. And I answered, Here am I. And he said unto me, Who art thou? And I answered him, I am the Amalekite. And he said unto me again, Stand, I pray thee, upon me, and slay me, for anguish is come upon me, because my life is yet whole in me. So I stood upon him, and slew him, because I was sure that he could not live after that he was fallen. And I took the crown that was upon his head, and the bracelet that was on his arm, and have brought that hither unto my lord. Then David took a hold on his clothes, and rent them, and likewise all the men that were with him. And they mourned and wept, and fasted until even, for Saul, and for Jonathan his son, and for the people of the Lord, and for the house of Israel, because they were fallen by the sword. And David said unto the young man, and told him, Whence art thou? And he answered, I am the son of a stranger, an Amalekite. And David said unto him, How wast thou not afraid to stretch forth thine hand to destroy the Lord's anointed? And David called one of the young men, and said, Go near and fall upon him. And he smote him, that he died. And David said unto him, Thy blood be upon thy head, for thy mouth hath testified against thee, saying, I have slain the Lord's anointed. And David lamented with this lamentation over Saul, and over Jonathan his son. And he bade them teach the children of Judah the use of the bow. Behold, it is written in the book of Jasher, The beauty of Israel is slain upon thy high place. How are the mighty fallen? Tell it not in Gath, publish it not in the streets of Ashkelon. Lest the daughters of the Philistines rejoice, lest the daughters of the uncircumcised triumph. Ye mountains of Gilboa, let there be no dew, neither let there be rain upon you, nor fields of offerings, for there the shield of the mighty is vilely cast away, the shield of Saul, as though he had not been anointed with oil. From the blood of the slain, from the fat of the mighty, the bow of the Jonathan turned not back, and the sword of Saul returned not empty. Saul and Jonathan were lovely and pleasant in their lives, and in their death they were not divided. They were swifter than eagles, they were stronger than lions. Ye daughters of Israel, weep over Saul, who clothed you in scarlet, with other delights, who put on ornaments of gold upon your apparel. How are the mighty fallen in the midst of the battle? O Jonathan, thou wast slain in thine high place. I am distressed for thee. My brother Jonathan, very pleasant hast thou been unto me. Thy love to me was wonderful, passing the love of women. How are the mighty fallen, and the weapons of war perished. Chapter 2. And it came to pass after this that David inquired of the Lord, saying, Shall I go up into any of the cities of Judah? And the Lord said unto him, Go up. And David said, Whither shall I go up? And he said, Unto Hebron. So David went up thither, and his two wives also, Ahinoam the Jezreelitess, and Abigail, Nabal's wife, the Carmelite. And his men that were with him did David bring up, every man with his household. And they dwelt in the cities of Hebron. And the men of Judah came, and there they anointed David king over the house of Judah. And they told David, saying, that the men of Jabesh Gilead were they that buried Saul. And David sent messengers unto the men of Jabesh Gilead, and said unto them, Blessed be ye for the Lord, that ye have shewed this kindness unto your Lord, even unto Saul, and have buried him. Now the Lord shew kindness and truth unto you, and also will require you this kindness, because ye have done this thing. Therefore now let your hands be strengthened, and be ye violent, for your master Saul is dead, and also the house of Judah have anointed me king over them. But Abner the son of Ner, captain of Saul's host, took Ishbosheth, the son of Saul, and brought him over to Mahanaim, and made him king over Gilead, and over the Asherites, and over Jezreel, and over Ephraim, and over Benjamin, and over Israel. Ishbosheth, Saul's son, was 40 years old when he began to reign over Israel, and reigned 2 years. But the house of Judah followed David. And the time that David was king in Hebron over the house of Judah was 7 years and 6 months. And Abner the son of Ner, and the servants of Ishbosheth, the son of Saul, went out from Mahanaim to Gibeon. And Joab the son of Zeruiah and servants of David went out, met together by the pool of Gibeon, and they sat down, the one on the one side of the pool and the other on the other side of the pool. And Abner said to Joab, "Let the young men now rise and play before us." And Joab said, "Let them arise." Then there arose and went over by number 12 of Benjamin, which pertained to Ishbosheth, the son of Saul, and 12 of the servants of David. And they caught every one of his fellow by the head, and thrust the sword in his fellow's side. So they fell down together. Wherefore that place was called Helkath Hazurim, which is in Gibeon. And there was a very sore battle that day, and Abner was beaten, and the men of Israel before the servants of David. And there were 3 sons of Zeruiah, where Joab and Abishai, and Asahel, and Asahel was as light of foot as a wild roe. And Asahel pursued after Abner, and in going he returned not to the right hand, nor to the left from the following Abner. Then Abner looked behind him and said, "Art thou Asahel?" And he answered, "I am." And Abner said to him, "Turn thee aside to thy right hand or to thy left, and lay thee hold on one of the young men, and take thee his armor." But Asahel would not turn aside from following of him. And Abner said again to Asahel, "Turn thee aside from following me, wherefore should I smite thee to the ground? How then should I hold up my face to Joab thy brother? Howbeit he refused to turn aside. Therefore Abner, with the hinder end of the spear, smote him under the 5th rib, that the spear came out and behind him, and he fell down there and died. In the same place, and it came to pass that as many as came to the place where Asahel fell down and died, stood still. Joab also and Abishai pursued after Abner, and the sun went down when they were come to the hill of the Amach, and that lieth before Giach, by the way of the wilderness of Gibeon. And the children of Benjamin gathered themselves together after Abner, and became one troop, and stood at the top of the hill. Then Abner called to Joab and said, "Shall the sword devour forever? Knowest thou not that it will be bitterness in the latter end? How long shall it be then ere thou bid the people return from following their brethren?" And Joab said, "As God liveth, unless thou hadst spoken, surely then in the morning the people had gone up every one from following his brother." So Joab blew a trumpet, and all the people stood still, and pursued after Israel no more, neither fought they any more. And Abner and his men walked all that night through the plain, and passed over Jordan, and went through all Bithron, and they came to Mahanaim. And Joab returned from the following Abner, and when he had gathered all the people together, there lacked of David's servants 19 men and Asahel. And the servants of David had smitten of Benjamin and of Abner's men, so that 360 men died. And they took up Asahel and buried him in this sepulchre of his father, which was in Bethlehem. And Joab and his men went all night, and they came to Hebron at break of day. Chapter 3. Now there was long war between the house of Saul and the house of David. But David waxed stronger and stronger, and the house of Saul waxed weaker and weaker. And unto David were sons born in Hebron, and his firstborn was Amnon of Ahinoam, the Jezreelitess. and his second Chileab of Abigail, the wife of Nabal, the Carmelite, and the third Absalom, the son of Maachah, the daughter of Talmai, king of Geshur, and the fourth Adonijah, the son of Haggith, and the fifth Shephatiah, the son of Abital, and the sixth Ithream, by Eglah, David's wife. These were born to David in Hebron. And it came to pass, while there was war between the house of Saul and the house of David, that Abner made himself stronger for the house of Saul. And Saul had a concubine, whose name was Rizpah, and daughter of Asaiah. And Ishbosheth said to Abner, Wherefore hast thou gone in unto my father's concubine? Then was Abner very wroth for the words of Ishbosheth, and said, Am I a dog's head, which against Judah to shew kindness this day unto the house of Saul thy father, to his brethren and to his friends, and have not delivered thee unto the hand of David, that thou chargest me today with a fault concerning this woman? So do God to Abner, and more also, except as the Lord hath sworn to David, even so I do to him, to translate the kingdom from the house of Saul, and to set up the throne of David over Israel and over Judah, from Dan even to Beersheba. And he could not answer Abner and a word again, because he feared him. And Abner sent messengers to David on his behalf, saying, Whose is the land? Saying also, Make thy league with me, and behold, my hand shall be with thee, to bring about all Israel unto thee. And he said, Well, I will make a league with thee, but one thing I require of thee, that is, thou shalt not see my face, except thou first bring Michal, Saul's daughter, when thou comest to see my face. And David sent messengers to Ishbosheth, Saul's son, saying, Deliver me my wife Michal, which I espoused to me for 100 foreskins of the Philistines. And Ishbosheth sent and took her from her husband, even from Phaltiel, the son of Laish. And her husband went with her, along weeping behind her, to Bahurim. Then said Abner unto him, Go, return. And he returned. And Abner had communication with the elders of Israel, saying, Ye sought for David in times past to be king over you. Now then do it, for the Lord hath spoken of David, saying, By the hand of my servant David I will save my people Israel out of the hand of the Philistines, and out of the hand of all their enemies. And Abner also spake in the ears of Benjamin, and Abner went also to speak in the ears of David in Hebron, all that seemed good to Israel, and that seemed good to the whole house of Benjamin. So Abner came to David to Hebron, and 20 men with him. And David made Abner and the men that were with him a feast. And Abner said unto David, I will arise and go, and will gather all Israel unto my lord the king, that they may make a league with thee, and that thou mayest reign over all that thine heart desireth. And David sent Abner away, and he went in peace. And behold, the servant of David and Joab came from pursuing a troop, and brought in a great spoil with them. But Abner was not with David in Hebron, for he had sent him away, and he was gone in peace. When Joab and all the host that was with him were come, they told Joab, saying, Abner the son of Ner came to the king, and he hath sent him away, and he is gone in peace. Then Joab came to the king and said, What hast thou done? Behold, Abner came unto thee. Why is it that thou hast sent him away, and he is quite gone? Thou knowest Abner the son of Ner, that he came to deceive thee, and to know thy going out, and thy coming in, and to know all that thou doest. And when Joab was come out from David, he sent messengers from Abner, after Abner, which brought him again from the well of Sirach. But David knew it not. And when Abner was returned to Hebron, Joab took him aside in the gate to speak with him quietly, and smote him there under the fifth rib, that he died, for the blood of Asahel his brother. And after when David heard it, he said, I and my kingdom are guiltless before the Lord forever from blood of Abner, the son of Ner. Let it rest on the head of Joab, and on all his father's house, and let there not fail from the house of Joab one that hath an issue, or that is a leper, or that leaneth on a staff, or that falleth on the sword, or that lacketh bread. So Joab and Abishai his brother slew Abner, because he had slain their brother Asahel at Gibeon in the battle. And David said to Joab and to all the people that were with him, Rend your clothes and rid yourself with sackcloth, and mourn before Abner. And King David himself followed the bier. And they buried Abner in Hebron, and the king lifted up his voice, and wept at the grave of Abner. And all the people wept. And the king lamented over the Abner, and said, Died Abner as a fool dieth. Thy hands were not bound, not thy feet put into fetters, as a man falleth before wicked men, so fallest thou. And all the people wept again over him. And when all the people came to cause David to eat meat while it was yet day, David sware, saying, So do God to me, and more also, if I taste bread or aught else, till the sun be down. And all the people took notice of it, and it pleased them, as whatsoever the king did pleased all the people. For all the people in all Israel understood that that day that it was not of the king to slay Abner the son of Ner. And the king said unto his servants, Know ye not that there is a prince and a great man fallen this day in Israel? And I am this day weak, though anointed king, and these men that the son of Zeruiah be too hard for me. The Lord shall reward the doer of evil according to his wickedness. Chapter 4. And when Saul's son heard that Abner was dead in Hebron, his hands were feeble, and all the Israelites were troubled. And Saul's son had 2 men that were captains of bands. The name of the one was Banach, and the name of the other Rechab, and the son of Rimmon, a Beerothite, of the children of Benjamin. For Beeroth also was reckoned to Benjamin, and the Beerothites fled to Gittaim, and were sojourners there until this day. And Jonathan, Saul's son, had a son that was lame of his feet. He was 5 years old when the tidings came of Saul and Jonathan out of Jezreel. And his nurse took him up and fled. And it came to pass, as she made haste to flee, that he fell and became lame. And his name was Mephibosheth. And the sons of Rimmon the Beerothite, Rechab and Banach, went and came about the heat of the day to the house of Ishbosheth, who lay on the bed at noon. And they came thither into the midst of the house, as though they would have fetched wheat, and they smite him under the 5th rib. And Rechab and Banach his brother escaped. For when they came into the house, they lay on his bed in his bedchamber, and they smote him, and slew him, and beheaded him, and took his head, and gat them away through the plain all night. And they brought the head of Ishbosheth unto David to Hebron, and said to the king, Behold the head of Ishbosheth, the son of Saul, thine enemy, which sought thy life. And the Lord hath avenged my lord the king, this day of Saul and of his seed. And David answered Rechab and Banach his brother, the sons of Rimmon the Beerothite, and said unto them, As the Lord liveth, who hath redeemed my soul out of all adversity. When one told me, saying, Behold, Saul is dead, thinking to have brought good tidings, I took hold of him and slew him in Ziklag. who thought that I would have given him a reward for his tidings. Now much more, when wicked men have slain a righteous person in his own house, upon his bed, shall I not therefore now require this blood of your hand, and take you away from the earth? And David commanded his young men, and they slew them, and cut off their heads and their feet, and hanged them up over the pool in Hebron. But they took the head of Ishbosheth, and buried it in the sepulchre of Abner in Hebron. Chapter 5. Then came all the tribes of Israel to David unto Hebron, and spake, saying, Behold, we are thy bone and thy flesh. Also in time past, when Saul was king over us, thou wast he that leadest out the brightest in Israel. And the Lord said to thee, Thou shalt feed my people Israel, and thou shalt be a captain over Israel. So all the elders of Israel came to the king of Hebron, and King David made a league with them in Hebron, before the Lord, and they anointed David king over Israel. David was 30 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 40 years. In Hebron he reigned over Judah 7 years and 6 months, and in Jerusalem he reigned 33 years over all Israel and Judah. And the king and his men went to Jerusalem unto the Jebusites, the inhabitants of the land, which spake unto David, saying, Except thou take away the blind and the lame, thou shalt not come in hither. Thinking David cannot come in hither. Nevertheless David took the stronghold of Zion, the same as the city of David. And David said on that day, Whosoever gotteth up to the gutter, and smitteth the Jebusites, and the lame and the blind that are hated for David's soul, he shall be chief and captain. Wherefore they said, The blind and the lame shall not come into the house. So David dwelt in the fort, and called it the city of David. And David built round about from Millo and inward. And David went on and grew great, and the Lord God of hosts was with him. And Hiram king of Tyre sent messengers to David, and cedar trees, and carpenters, and masons, and they built David a house. And David perceived that the Lord has established him king over Israel, and that he had exalted his kingdom for his people, Israel's sake. And David took him more concubines and wives of Jerusalem, and after he came from Hebron, and there were yet sons and daughters born to David. And these be the names of those that were born unto him in Jerusalem: Shammua, and Shobab, and Nathan, and Solomon. Ibhar also, and Elishua, and Nepheg, and Japhia, and Elishama, and Eliada, and Eliphalet. But when the Philistines heard that they had anointed David king over Israel, all the Philistines came up to seek David. And David heard of it and went down to the hold. Philistines also came and spread themselves in the valley of Rephaim. And David inquired of the Lord, saying, Shall I go up to the Philistines? Wilt thou deliver them into mine hand? And the Lord said unto David, Go up, for I will doubtless deliver the Philistines into thine hand. David came to Perazim, and David smote them there, and said, The Lord hath broken forth upon mine enemies before me, as the breach of waters. Therefore he called the name of that place Baal-perazim. And there they left their images, and David and his men burned them. And the Philistines came up yet again, and spread themselves in the valley of Rephaim. And when David inquired of the Lord, he said, Thou shalt not go up, but fetch a compass behind them, and come upon them over again the mulberry trees. And let it be, then when thou hearest the sound of going in the tops of the mulberry trees, that then thou shalt bestir thyself, for then shall the Lord go out before thee, to smite the host of the Philistines. And David did so, and the Lord had commanded him, as the Lord had commanded him. and smote the Philistines from Geba, until thou come to Gazer. That's the first 5 chapters. Let me relax my legs. Wow. Okay. No more coffee. Hence, there's no more water. Get my eyes. Okay. I guess let's continue. Second Samuel chapter 6. Again, David gathered together all the chosen men of Israel, 30,000. And David arose and went with all the people that were with him before the battle of Judah, to bring up from thence the ark of God, whose name is called by the name of the Lord of the hosts, that dwelleth between the cherubims. And they set the ark of God upon the new cart, and brought it out of the house of Abinadab, that was in Gibeah. And Uzzah and Ahio, the sons of Abinadab, drave the new cart. And they brought it out of the house of Abinadab, which was at Gibeah, accompanying the ark of God. And Ahio went before the ark, and David and all the house of Israel played before the Lord, and all the manner of instruments made of fir wood, even on harps, and on psalteries, and on timbrels, and on cornets, and on cymbals. And when they came to Nikon's threshing floor, Uzzah put forth his hand to the ark of God, and took hold of it, for the oxen shook it. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against Uzzah, and God smote him there for his error. And there he died by the ark of God. And David was displeased, because the Lord had made a breach upon Uzzah, and he called the name of the place Perez Uzzah to this day. And David was afraid of the Lord that day, and said, How shall the ark of the Lord come to me? So David would not remove the ark of the Lord unto him into the city of David. But David carried it aside into the house of Obed-Edom, the Gittite. And the ark of the Lord continued in the house of Obed-Edom, the Gittite, 3 months. And the Lord blessed Obed-Edom and all his household. And it was told King David, saying, The Lord hath blessed the house of Obed-Edom and all that pertaineth. Unto him because of the ark of God. So David went and brought up the ark of God from the house of Obed-Edom into the city of David with gladness. And it was so that when they that bare the ark of the Lord had gone 6 paces, he sacrificed oxen and fatlings. And David danced before the Lord with all his might. And David was girded with a linen ephod. So David and all the house of Israel brought up the ark of the Lord with shouting, and with the sound of the trumpet. And as the ark of the Lord came into the city of David, Michal, Saul's daughter, looked through the window and saw King David leaping and dancing before the Lord. And she despised him in her heart. And they brought in the ark of the Lord, and set in his place in the midst of the tabernacle that David had pitched for it. And David offered burnt offerings and peace offerings before the Lord. And as soon as David had made an end of the offering burnt offerings and peace offerings, he blessed the people in the name of the Lord of hosts. And he dealt among all the people, even among the whole multitude of Israel, as well as to the women as men, to every one a cake of bread and a good piece of flesh, and a flagon of wine. So all the people departed every one to his house. Then David returned to bless his household. And Michal, the daughter of Saul, came out to meet David, and said, How glorious was the king of Israel today, who uncovered himself today in the eyes of the handmaids of his servants, as one of the vain fellows shamelessly uncovereth himself. David said unto Michal, It was before the Lord, which chose me before thy father, and before all his house, to appoint me ruler over the people of the Lord, over Israel. Therefore will I play before the Lord. And I will yet be more vile than thus, and I will be base in mine own sight, and of the maidservants which thou hast spoken of them shall I be had in honor. Therefore Michal the daughter of Saul had no child unto the day of her death. Chapter 7. And it came to pass, when the king sat in his house, and the Lord had given him rest round about from all his enemies, that the king said unto Nathan the prophet, See now, I dwell in a house of cedar, but the ark of God dwelleth within curtains. And Nathan said to the king, Go and do all that is in thine heart, for the Lord is with thee. And it came to pass that night that the word of the Lord came unto Nathan, saying, Go and tell my servant David, Thus said the Lord, Shalt thou build me a house for me to dwell in? Whereas I have not dwelt in any house since the time that I brought up the children of Israel out of Egypt, even to this day, but have walked in a tent and in a tabernacle. In all the places wherein I have walked with all the children of Israel spake I a word with any of the troubles of Israel, whom I commanded to feed my people Israel, saying, Why build ye not me a house of cedar? Now therefore so shalt thou say unto my servant David, Thus said the Lord of hosts, I took thee from the sheepcote, from following the sheep, to be ruler over my people, over Israel. And I was with thee whithersoever thou wentest, and have cut off all thine enemies out of thy sight, and have made thee a great name, like unto the name of the great men that are in the earth. Moreover, I will appoint a place for my people Israel, and will plant them, and they may dwell in a place of their own, and move no more. Neither shall the children of wickedness afflict them any more, as before time, and as since the time that I commanded judges to be over my people Israel, and have caused thee to rest from all thine enemies. Also the Lord telleth thee that he will make thee a house. And when thy day be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, I will set up thy seed after thee, which shall proceed out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom. He shall build a house of my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chasten him with the rod of men, and with the stripes of the children of men. But my mercy shall not depart away from him, as I took it from Saul, whom I put away before thee. And thine house and thy kingdom shall be established forever before thee. Thy throne shall be established forever. According to all these words, and according to all the vision, so did Nathan speak unto David. Then went King David in, and sat before the Lord. And he said, Who am I, O Lord God? And what is my house, that thou hast brought me hitherto? And this was yet a small thing in thy sight, O Lord God, but thou hast spoken also of thy servant's house for a great while to come. And is this the manner of man, O Lord God? O, and what can David say more unto thee? For thou, Lord God, knowest thy servant. For thy word's sake, and according to thine own heart, hast thou done. hast thou done all these great things to make thy servant know them. Wherefore thou art great, O Lord God, for there is none like thee, neither is there any God beside thee, according to all that we have heard with our ears. And with one nation in the earth is like thy people, even like Israel, whom God went to redeem for people to himself, and to make him a name, and to do for you great things and terrible for thy land before thy people, which thou redeemest to thee from Egypt, from the nations and their gods. For thou hast confirmed to thyself that thy people Israel to be a people unto thee forever. And thou, Lord, art become their God. And now, O Lord God, the word that thou hast spoken concerning thy servant, and concerning his house, establish it forever, and do as thou hast said. And let the name be magnificent forever, saying, The Lord of hosts is the God over Israel, and let the host of thy servant David be established before thee. For thou, O Lord of hosts, God of Israel, hast revealed to thy servant, saying, I will build thee a house. Therefore hath thy servant found in his heart to pray this prayer unto thee. And now, Lord God, thou art that God, that thy words be true, and thou hast promised the goodness unto thy servant. Therefore now let it please thee to bless the house of thy servant, that it may continue forever before thee. For thou, O Lord God, hast spoken it, and with thy blessing let the house of thy servant be blessed forever. Chapter 8. And after this it came to pass that David smote the Philistines and subdued them. And David took Metheg Amach, and of the hand of the Philistines, and he smote Moab, and measured them with a line, casting them down to the ground. Even with 2 lines measured he to put to death, and with 1 full line to keep alive. And so the Moabites became David's servants, and brought gifts. David smote also Hadadezer, the son of Rehob, king of Zobah, as he went to recover his border at the river Euphrates. And David took from him 1,000 chariots, and 700 horsemen, and 20,000 footmen. And David hoed all the chariot horses were reserved of them for 100 chariots. And when the Syrians of Damascus came to succor Hadadezer, king of Zobah, David slew of them Syrians 22,000 men. Then David put garrisons in Syria and Damascus, and the Syrians became servants to David, and brought gifts, and the Lord preserved David whithersoever he went. And David took the shields of gold that were on the servants of the Hadadezer, and brought them to Jerusalem. And from Betach and from Berothai, cities of Hadadezer, King David took exceeding much brass. When Toi, king of Hamath, heard that David had smitten all the host of Hadadezer, then Toi sent Joram, his son, unto King David to salute him, and to bless him, because he had fought against Hadadezer, and smitten him, for Hadadezer had wars with Toi. And Joram brought with him vessels of silver, and vessels of gold, and vessels of brass, which also King David did dedicate unto the Lord with the silver and gold that he had dedicated of all the nations which he subdued, of Syria, and of Moab, and of the children of Ammon, and of the Philistines, and of Amalek, and of the spoil of Hadadezer, son of Rehob, king of Zobah. And David gat him a name when he returned from smiting of the Syrians in the valley of Salt, being 18,000 men. And he put garrisons in Edom. Throughout all Edom put the garrisons, and all of Edom became David's servants. And the Lord preserved David whithersoever he went. And David reigned over all Israel, and David executed judgment and justice unto all his people. And Joab the son of Zeruiah was over the host, and Jehoshaphat the son of Ahilud was recorder. And Zadok the son of Ahitub and Ahimelech the son of Abiathar were the priests, and Seraiah was the scribe, and Benaiah the son of Jehoiada was over both the Cherethites and the Pelethites, and David's sons were chief rulers. Chapter 9. And David said, Is there yet any that is left of the house of Saul, that I may shew him kindness for Jonathan's sake? And there was of the house of Saul a servant whose name was Ziba. And when they had called him unto David, the king said unto him, Art thou Ziba? And he said, Thy servant is he. And the king said, Is there not yet any of the house of Saul, that I may shew the kindness of God unto him? And Ziba said unto the king, Jonathan hath yet a son, which is lame on his feet. And the king said unto him, Where is he? And Ziba said unto the king, Behold, he is in the house of Machir, the son of Amiel, in Lodebar. Then King David sent and fetched him out of the house of Machir, the son of Amiel, from Lodebar. Now when Mephibosheth, the son of Jonathan, the son of Saul, was come unto David, he fell on his face and did reverence. And David said, Mephibosheth. And he answered, Behold thy servant. And David said unto him, Fear not, for I will surely shew thee kindness, for Jonathan thy father's sake, and restore thee all the land of Saul thy father, and thou shalt eat bread at my table continually. And he bowed himself and said, What is thy servant, that thou shouldest look upon such a dead dog as I am? Then the king called to Ziba, Saul's servant, and said unto him, I have given unto thy master's son all that pertained to Saul, and to all his house. Thou therefore and thy sons and thy servants shalt till the land for him, and thou shalt bring in the fruits, that thy master's son may have food to eat. But Mephibosheth, thy master's son, shall eat bread alway at my table. Now Ziba had 15 sons and 20 servants. Then said Ziba unto the king, According to all that my lord the king hath commanded his servant, so shall thy servant do. As for Mephibosheth, said the king, he shall eat at my table, as one of the king's sons. And Mephibosheth had a young son, whose name was Micah. And all that dwelt in the house of Ziba were servants unto Mephibosheth. So Mephibosheth dwelt in Jerusalem, for he did eat continually at the king's table, and was lame on both his feet. Chapter 10. And it came to pass after this, that the king of the children of Ammon died, and Hanun his son reigned in his stead. Then said David, I will shew kindness unto Hanun, the son of Nahash, as his father shewed kindness unto me. And David sent to comfort him by the hand of his servants. For his father and David's servant came into the land of the children of Ammon. And the princes of the children of Ammon said unto Hanun their lord, Thinkest that thou that David doth honor thy father, that he hath sent comforters unto thee? Hath not David rather sent his servant unto thee, to search the city, and to spy it out, and to overthrow it? Wherefore Hanun took David's servants, and shaved off the one half of their beards, and cut off their garments in the middle, even to their buttocks, and sent them away. When they told it unto David, he sent to meet them, because the men were greatly ashamed. And the king said, Tarry at Jericho, until your beards be grown, and then return. And when the children of Ammon saw that they stank before David, The children of Ammon sent and hired the Syrians of Beth Rehob, and the Syrians of Zobah, 20,000 footmen, and the king of Makkah, 1,000 men, and Ishtob, 12,000 men. And when David heard of it, he sent Joab and all the host of the mighty men. And the children of Ammon came out and put the battle in array at the entering of the gate. And the Syrians of Zobah and of Rehob and Ishtob and Makkah were by themselves in the field. When Joab saw that the front of the battle was against him, before and behind, he chose of all the choice men of Israel, and put them in array against the Syrians. And the rest of the people he delivered into the hand of Abishai, his brother, that he might put them in array against the children of Ammon. And he said, If the Syrians be too strong for me, then thou shalt help me. But if the children of Ammon be too strong for thee, then I will come and help thee. Be of good courage, and let us play the men for our people, and for the cities of our God. The Lord do that which seemeth him good. And Joab drew nigh, and the people that were with him, unto the battle against the Syrians, and they fled before him. And when the children of Ammon saw that the Syrians were fled, then fled they also before Abishai, and entered into the city. So Joab returned from the children of Ammon, and came to Jerusalem. And when the Syrians saw that they were smitten before Israel, they gathered themselves together, and Hadarezer sent and brought out the Syrians that were beyond the river, and they came to Halam, and Shobach, the captain of the host of Hadarezer, went before them. And when it was told David, he gathered all Israel together, and passed over Jordan, and came to Halam, and the Syrians set themselves in array against David, and fought with him. And the Syrians fled before Israel, and David slew the men of 700 chariots of the Syrians, and 40,000 horsemen, and smote Shabach, the captain of their host, who died there. And when all the kings that were servants to Hadarezer saw that they were smitten before Israel, they made peace with Israel, and served them, so the Syrians feared to help the children of Ammon any more. That is 5 more chapters of the 2nd Samuel. Okay. Tomorrow, the next 10 chapters of Samuel. Actually, where does it end? It ends on chapter 24. So I think... Let me actually check my schedule. Let me check where I'm going next. Okay, we had Judges. We had more Judges in Ruth. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Where's that sound coming from? Is that the computer? And then it's 1 Samuel. I finished all of 1 Samuel. And the second Samuel. Already did the first 10 chapters. So tomorrow, it is the next 10 chapters. Chapters 11 to 20. Then on the 26th, it will be finishing off second Samuel. There's an ant crawling at me. What are you doing here? Who permitted you? Yeah. No, I didn't get him. Where do you go? There he is. Yeah. I guess the issue is that I got the window open. My window net has holes in it. Okay. So, tomorrow finishing doing 10 more chapters of 2nd Samuel. Then after tomorrow, Tuesday. This is Monday. This is Tuesday. Today's also the day number 107. $104, $103, and $102. Okay. It's been almost like 30 days of me reading this. Time passes by fast. So then Tuesday, I'm finishing 2nd Samuel and reading the first 5 chapters of Kings. Wednesday, I am reading the next 10 chapters of Kings. 6 to 15. First Kings, that is. On Thursday, I'm finishing First Kings and doing the first 5 chapters of 2nd Kings. Then Friday, I'll be doing 2nd Kings, 10 chapters. It might also be a bit more than 10 chapters. Although this one's 10 chapters. Certain moments it's 6 chapters, like more than 10 chapters. Then on Saturday, next Saturday, I'm finishing off 2nd Kings. So then on Sunday, October 1st, I'm starting Chronicles. Which means Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday next week is all just Chronicles. Are Chronicles long? Do they have like long chapters? Because this is going to be me reading it up north. It's a bit lengthy, I guess you could say. But on Friday, it will be just a very long stream of finishing 2nd Chronicles. It's reading like 16 chapters. And then that's Saturday and Sunday, I'm reading Ezra. Then Sunday reading Nehemiah. Then Monday, reading Esther. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So the entire week, reading Job. And after that, I start Psalms. Which is going to keep going until the end of the month. Which is also includes Proverbs. Psalms and Proverbs, starting on that Saturday, all the way until the end of the month of October. Okay, that's looking good. Now, I read what I wanted to read. I did wanna real quick grab that treasure. Make sure it's no loose ends. No, I definitely don't want gazelle skin anymore. Because I got enough of those. I already got the achievement for it. Yes, Gagan skin. I guess we can quickly do it. Get this finished off. Actually, you know what? I'll just leave it at that. It looks good. Everything is done for Final Fantasy that I wanted to do. Plus, I actually even got to finish the side quest. So, time to move on. Moving on to Genshin Impact. Make sure to change the stream title. Wait, go back. Turn it off. Go back. Go back. Okay, I wanted to look at these pages real quick. Chance to win $11,000. Oh, I'm not registered to it. I think. Yeah. Twitch drops. Now I'm registered. How quickly does it pop up? Suddenly the rain stops. What is that? Collective armament. I think this one is a video for whatever his name is. Steambird Special Edition. And this one's also a video. I don't know what this is. It's making me upload a avatar image. I don't know what this is. Wait, is this like an event? Or I mean like a... browser event? Okay, this is all good. Hmm. I guess this event is still up. I guess it's technically still up for 2 days. I did want to actually do 4 of them potentially.
花と酒を手に景色を堪能しようとしたが、あの頃とはもう違う。悠々とまた。
Did I get all the rewards? What's going on?
「花と酒を手に景色を堪能しようとしたが、あの頃とはもう違う。悠々とまた。」
Can I check the rewards? Whatever. I think I got everything I wanted. Okay.
Yeah.
Fish NATO.
難攻不落。
ご安心を。ふっほっはーっそれはっ
逃げ道は
よいし
剣女盤石、天理チョーク。
ょせいふっほっほっ行きましょう。
Wait, I did this one already. This is about a dog, isn't it? They have mittens for hands. So you could say they only have 2 fingers. Did I ever raise the quality back up? Because I remember lowering it at one point. Yeah, it's all the way up. I believe. With obviously motion blur off.
見切りました。稲光すなわち
ボンボン爆弾。ほう。よいしょ。まだまだ。なんだなん。
Yeah, I wanted to do these guys. 4 of them. Which means 80 condensed resin. And I do need to do the big fights. Unless I just skip them. You know what? I'm gonna skip them.
逃げ道はありません。ここより弱滅。
はじけろ。なんだなん。おい。へへ。やい。
Although, I don't know, should I skip them? Because...
見切りました。へい。
ボンボン爆弾。
剣女盤石。天道ここにあり。
逃げ道はありません。無我の境地へ。ふんはっへっ。
だっただ。へい。やい。ボンボン爆弾。
裁きの雷。
海のちぎりよ。
逃げ道はあり。
はじけろ。へへ。よい。はっやい。へへ。へい。たっただ。はあ。へい。ボンボン爆弾。
よっせー。裁きの雷。
はじけろ。禁断症。
難攻不落天理チョーク。
騒乱の憩い。さあ。行きましょう。
はっ逃げ道はありません。ふん。よっせっせっ。はっ
ご助力を。深海のカゴ。
見切りました。
Big fights? How much time do I got? I got an hour. Although I don't want to use the entire hour. Because you only get one chance to get the rewards from there. But I guess I also have been skipping it a lot. I've only been grabbing 3 every week.
花と酒を手に景色を堪能しようとしたが、
Oh, is there going to be nobody here? Did I?
あの頃とはもう違う。
Never mind. You know what? I guess I am going to give up.
9位
Just turn in what I got. Skip it for this week.
星と深淵。無事今日の依頼。
いざ剣女盤石。
Okay, that's done. I mean, I don't care. 10 furnishings. Do those usually take a day? I mean, technically none of this matters. Like, I already maxed out my battle pass.
今日ね
So it's not like doing any of these side
また
quests
模様
matters.
のトカゲを
It's
捕ま
side
えたんだ
missions.
見たことない
Whatever you want to call them.
模様
Okay. Drop these in.
だから見てみる
Okay. Let's move on to Honkai Star Rail. Also, check the event. Yeah, this is done. This is done. This is good. Dissect the map. This is good. Everything is good. Like, dissecting all the other stuff on the map is the only thing I got that's big that I gotta do for these games. And I'll be able to do that once I finish Baldur's Gate. At the moment, my evening streams are held up by Baldur's Gate. Theoretically, if I finish today, D&D fairly quickly, because I don't want to do like extremely long D&D sessions. So if I finish it fairly quickly, then I'll be able to... Wait, did I have a Honkai Star Rail? Stream thing? Honkai Star Rail. Twitch stream event. Wait, has it not been linked this entire time? Whatever. Whatever happens, happens. It's Honkai Star Rail time. I don't want to know if I want to do anything extra today for Honkai Star Rail. Like a quick run of Swarm Disaster. We'll see. Let's see what we got here. Got a bit of Trailblazer power to spend. Wait, is there any weeklies? No, all the weeklies are done. So let's just spend the Trailblazer power. Which potentially... Technically for the achievement, doing these would be the best. The best option for the moment. I could do like up to 120, which is 3 runs. Ooh, he's leveled it up to 70. Good job. You're almost dead.
償いたまえ亡者再臨
次蝶と共に散れスターレインファントム
陛下に慈悲なし立ち切る
やっ次蝶と共に散れスターレインファントム
泣いてよここへさまつな傷
ガツンとくるやつでいこうやっ
陛下に慈悲なし
見たな天使を授けん亡者再臨
2倍速
Ooh, did 106? Yes, 106 is finished.
泣いてよここへ立ち切る
ガツンとくるやつでいこう
Let's just close it but not
蝶
save
と
it.
共に散れスターレインファントム
206. Re-upload. Doesn't got a copyright strike.
陛下に慈悲なし
Also,
ガツンとくるやつでいこう
I should have had the
厄介を避けん
yesterday's Baldur's Gate stream downloaded, which I should also upload.
泣いてよここへ
Because that has to come out this evening.
切る
Then 206 will be done, 207 will be done. Does 208 need to be
陛下に
edited?
慈悲なし
天使を授けん
Alright, 208, 209, 210
こう
do not need to be edited.
2倍速って
211 to 12 do. If I could get 211 to 12 edited, 215 edited, and 216 edited, then up all the way to 232,
亡者再臨
I'll be good. And if I also get
蝶と共に散れ
233 and 234 edited, then I'll have enough for 241.
立ち
There's like 2 more edits there. And then up until 257, there's a whole bunch of edits. Mainly because that's when I was doing a bunch of... That's when I started Honkai Star Rail. And I was mixing with a lot of other
厄
games.
介を避けん
And that is why
泣いてよここへ
I ended up trying to make a morning stream. Because now I have a bunch of games that I am getting tired of trying to split up into pieces. Hence I'm just doing all the games in one game in one stream. Calling it morning stream.
立ち切る
共に散れスターレイファントム
The sort of daily grind of these games. And if I want to have a specific game to do in the evening, it's called a buffer.
天使を授けん償いたまえ
We're dying.
王者再臨
いや蝶と共に散れスターレイファントム
陛下に慈悲なし
次
内定よここへタッチキル
I'm most likely not gonna do a swarm disaster. It's gonna take too
陛
much
下に
time.
慈悲なし
亡者再臨
次
厄介を避けん償いたまえ
And let's do a daily mission. Now, because I started the upload, I'm not having a good connection to the game. So I gotta finish this real quick. And move on. Nice. Quick and easy. Let's go to Pom Pom. Wait, assignments. Okay. Let's move on. But you got index rewards? Uh, okay. Mom. That's the thing I'm forgetting about. Any passengers and Pom Pom.
面白い ちょっとパンコロ、まあでもねえ先生、僕マジ後で
Okay, Pom Pom. It better be an easy one. Ah, it's a friend in need. Is a friend indeed. Okay, since this is going to be finished off now, what else do I need? Daily mission, daily trading, Pom Pom passengers, texts, and assignments, and then Trailblazer power. Everything's done. For the dailies, that is. Although, not enough Trailblazer power, I guess you could say. Although I don't even need the battle pass here anymore, either. Let's see. What was it? There's something I was going to look at. Oh yeah, if I could spend 30, potentially. It's a bit long of a wait. It's like 20 minutes. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna finish it off here. This is the morning stream. Most likely tonight, after I play some D&D, I'm gonna go back on stream and play some Baldur's Gate 3. Today's gonna be the vampire day. So, invading the vampire place. It does seem like all these different things that you do in the city are a bit rushed, I guess you could say. It also kind of feels like my own D&D games, where it's like, at the end, you just gotta pull an army together to fight the bad guys. And whether it's an army of bad guys or an army of good guys. So now I've got the Sharians fighting for me. And then when I become the leader of vampires, the vampires are going to fight for me. But, yes, today's the vampires. And hopefully I'm not too tired after that. And hence, have enough energy to then keep going. And do, like, all the rest of the side quests around that city. Maybe potentially even finishing the game. I'm like so close to level 12 already. I mean, I guess not really close, but... Okay. See you potentially tonight. Most likely like after 8 or after 7. Something like that. See you tonight. Bye. And also see you tomorrow for another morning stream.